that is. Once again, our gratitude to you all for participating in this phase of contact. This dissemination of this declaration will have a particular vibrational effect on those who are ready and willing to wake up to it, and will help accelerate this process that you are experiencing now toward recognition and realization of a new reality, a new earth, a new parallel existence in which we will, every day, more and more, in every way, play together in joy, in love. And we thank you for the expansion of our awareness and the ability to be excited about your membership in the Interstellar Alliance. Welcome to the family. Let us now explore together the ramifications of these ideas. We will suggest to you now that you see many reflections in your society of the growing awareness of our existence and the growing awareness of what contact actually means to you and how your society may change according to your desires and preferences with respect to what kind of a world you will exist in post-contact. There is now existing, as a marker, as a sign, and as a symbol of this growing awareness in your reality, a book. A.D. After disclosure. Find it, read it. It will help as a preparatory primer to the idea of many of the things that you will need to consider in this process of transformation from a world that considered itself to be isolated to a world that knows it is in contact with others from the stars. It will give great insight. Not every single thing will happen in the way that the book may speculate, but it is a well thought out, very intelligent reasoning and reflection of your own processes to give you much to consider about the changes that will occur within you that will shift you to parallel Earths that will be more representative of this process of change and of the process of acceptance that you are not alone. It is, in that sense, rare for us to suggest these books that exist in your society, but this one is a true marker, a true reckoning, and a true realization in general of many of the things that are important for you to consider about the transformations taking place in your society and what your society may ultimately look like once you have accepted the idea en masse that contact is an ongoing experience and part of the natural evolution of you as a species from what you may loosely call Homo sapiens to Homo galacticus. You're at the very beginnings of this journey, but this journey has been going on for a long time in your terms of time. But you have now arrived at the tipping point. And again, we are grateful and extremely ecstatic to have chosen to interact with you, for we do nothing that does not excite us fully. And interacting with you, we cannot imagine anything more exciting. In return for the great gift you are giving to our civilization, I ask you now, in what way may we continue to co-create the expansion of contact in your world? You may begin with your dialogues. I know you good day.
I'm really excited about this.
As are we.
Perfect.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I have a few questions. So,
Yes.
One of my questions is, there are, as you've said, 5 hybrid races.
Yes.
But you've talked briefly on one of your transmissions about a 6th that doesn't have a necessary civilization because they're the Wanderers, or meant...
No.
Can you please explain
The
that?
Wanderers are a different group of entities altogether that may touch in now and then to different civilizations, remaining relatively loosely connected through their incarnations, simply as gatherers of information that aid and assist in a variety of projects, including the idea of contact, including the idea of the hybridization program, but they are not themselves the 6th hybrid race. Earth will be the 6th hybrid race. And you are in the process now of taking the hybridization that you already are and transforming it into something even more different. The Earth shall eventually become the 6th hybrid race, and once the Earth has created itself to be the 6th hybrid race, then all 6 hybrid races will again blend into a new form that will be the 7th hybrid race, unlike anything you have ever seen, unlike anything that has ever existed within creation, and it will be expressed in a very different way of interdimensionality that will be, well, I'll just put it in your old-fashioned terms, mind-blowing.
That's very cool. I mean, hot. It's very hot. We have young people here that have that term. Cool.
Yes, we understand.
Yes. So, am I interacting with any of these hybrid races? Am I going to be working with them? In what way?
I cannot spill all your beans.
Perfect.
But you will find that you have some connection to the children, to some degree, that will be returned to your planet eventually, and take up residence in certain enclaves that will be safe places for them to acclimatize to your reality and allow your reality to get used to them as well.
Specific geographic locations?
Yes.
Exciting. Do they have anything to do with the chakra points of the Earth?
In some senses, you will find that the vibrations that exist in those vortices you call chakra points upon the Earth are that which will allow for certain balances to occur in the overall vibration of your planet that will allow for easier acclimatization of the hybrid children to your world. So it is involved, yes.
Great. Do I have any hybrid children?
You have a few.
Really? Can I know anything more about them?
You can.
What can I know?
Why not ask them?
I will. I will continue to. I have.
Allow yourself to go into now meditations. Understand that the beginning of this process we have initiated this day of your time will aid and assist in the acceleration of energy on your planet in a very specific frequency that will make it much easier for all of you when you go into the proper state that is representative of your excitement, of your balance, of your peace, to allow you to perceive and receive and experience greater forms of contact between the hybrid children, between other civilizations and yourself. This declaration's vibration is specifically tuned to be capable of increasing your ability to be a receiving antenna for the particular frequencies that are germane to the idea of contact in all its forms. So, take advantage of that. Ride that wave. Be in that state. Even reading the declaration to yourself, going into a meditative state after reading it will put you at the proper frequency domain to receive more communication, more understanding, and more awareness of all the different phases that are involved in contact. Yes?
Thank you for that
Yes.
permission slip.
Yes.
I have another question.
Yes.
So, how many alien and extraterrestrial and gray civilizations are now above our planet?
27.
That's very exciting.
Yes.
And then my last question. My brother Ren, his name's Ren, seems to be kind of hybridy.
You are all hybridy to one degree or another. Different forms of hybrids exist among you, if only because, again, as we have described, The fact that you are even a human form is the result of alteration of DNA and hybridization of the original hominid species that evolved on your planet millions of years ago. So in a sense, the human even begins as a hybrid. But there have already also been other alterations in different ways for many of you in a variety of different kinds of energetic or physiological alterations.
That's a good point.
Yes.
Okay. And this brother of mine is having a new baby.
All right.
And is there any extraterrestrial involvement in its DNA?
Again, because of the alterations that have occurred, it allows for the new generations to not just be a different generation, but a different species altogether.
That's very exciting. All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
It's been great.
It still is.
Hi. Closer. Good morning.
And to you, good day.
I have two about me, two about you. I was born with a different eye color than I have now because of a medical condition.
All right, how exciting.
I would like my original eye color back. Is that possible?
Why?
I preferred it.
Why?
I thought it was beautiful.
And you're not now?
I miss things that were in the colors that were there that aren't there anymore.
What colors are there now?
Two colors,
Which are?
gold and blue. Before they were gold, blue, red, and brown.
What do the red and brown represent to you vibrationally?
I think they represent a side of my family,
Yes.
only because the doctor said it looked like my eyes were starting brown but turned blue.
Yes. And so?
So I feel like the missing colors are a missing part of me.
But they are not missing.
Okay,
They are just expressed differently.
okay,
Do not look at this as a loss. Do not, in a sense, label this as a negative. Learn from what is and the changes that have occurred and understand what that vibrational change represents. Live in the moment with it. Let it be all right to be what it is, and anything else that needs to change will then be more capable of changing. And if you require for the exploration of your theme to gain those colors back in the way you had them, then you will.
I see.
But if you don't need them.
That's fine too.
Understand that all these things are within you.
Yes,
Do not always have to be expressed externally. But if you understand that the connection that you prefer is already there and always will be, then the external expression can be seen as a different kind of representation, a different amalgamation of what is going on within you, expressed on a higher level,
I see.
expressed on a higher frequency domain. So,
I understand that. Thank you.
does that help you?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
One moment. What have you seen with your eyes lately?
You. A whole lot of you.
A whole lot of us.
This room, these people.
Yes. Anything beyond?
The things I've seen, I've
Yes.
seen a lot of my new puppy.
Yes. Anything beyond?
I see. That's difficult to answer.
Is
I
it?
don't think so.
No. Are you sure?
I'm not sure just because of the way you said that. I see that I'm on a journey.
Yes.
I can confirm what you've said. When you follow your bliss, the money just shows up. I haven't had a
Yes.
job since 2006, haven't needed one.
All right.
I would say I'm on the correct path naturally. From
You
time
would
to
say
time, I'm
perhaps
frustrated.
that you are
Yes.
the path.
Yes.
All right. And
And I don't know if that answers your question.
in a sense it does.
Okay.
Because the idea of the change in the color of your eyes is to allow you to understand that it is equally important to see inward as outward.
Thank you.
You will find all the colors of the rainbow when you look inward, and you will see that you have lost nothing.
Thank you.
Does that help you?
Very much.
Then the eyes have it.
Now it's about you. Where you are, Can you describe what's happening on your end of the transmission? Who else is there? Are you clothed? Do you have ornaments on your bodies? Can you just tell us what's happening on the other end of this transmission?
I am in what you would call my scout craft, which is triangular in shape, above the city on your planet you call Sedona, approximately 2,500 of your miles. I am in a state of repose. I am, in that sense, thus alone in my ship, except for the intelligence that is the ship itself, what you would call an artificially intelligent computer, but is not exactly like you would think of it. Thus then, I am sending this transmission through my thought processes, which the channel has been trained to match vibrationally and thus allow him to act as a biological translation device. The interior of my ship generally is a whitish crystalline material. You will see that there are very, very few ornamentations. I am wearing what you would call a one-piece garment that is very, very light blue silver, but of a color you have never seen in your reality. It is similar to the idea that you would call nanotechnological, in that the suit itself will form into whatever shape or function is required of it, including a spacesuit if needed. It is in that sense also the idea that the control panels of the ship would appear to you to be absolutely blank white crystalline surfaces. Only because my mind is keyed to the ship's mind do I see the controls. No one else can see them. Does this assist you? Is there some other detail you wish to understand about us?
Are you the only one in this ship?
I said I am alone.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry I didn't hear that.
That is all right.
And also, amongst your people, do you have crimes? And if so, what are the ramifications and punishments?
There are no crimes, there are no punishments.
I assume that.
You must understand that in our evolution we have understood the idea is that we are self-empowered, and that the only reason people commit what you call crimes are because they have a belief that they are not self-empowered. And thus, when they believe they are powerless, they will attempt to control their reality outwardly and attempt to force things in their direction because they believe that that is the only way to create power. We understand by being self-empowered that no such forcefulness is required, and that we simply have what we need when we need it.
I see.
Your civilization will ultimately learn this as well.
I look forward to that.
We look backwards to it.
And Bashar, in your own way, can you bless me, please?
You are already blessed.
Thank you.
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I'm okay today.
All right.
Last year, I did some hypnotherapy
Yes.
to examine my voice
All right.
situation. And after about 6 sessions, the therapist said we had kind of reached an impasse.
Yes.
And she wanted to try this thing called the 13th step.
Yes.
And so the 13th step was like, I went up some steps and down some steps and up. And anyway, when I got there, I was to find my guides. And when I got to the 13th step, I was on your ship.
Yes.
And Ayako was there, dressed in white. And it was a very comforting feeling. I still don't know if I got the answers I was looking for regarding my voice, but I was wondering if you could give me some more understanding of that.
The idea, first and foremost, of course, of the 13th step in the way that we have shared it with you is the idea that any change is a total change. And if you understand that any change is a complete change, then you understand that you are a completely different person. And if you know that you are a completely different person, then you have a different history. And anything that has gone before doesn't exist for you because it never did. That's the 13th step. Thus then, the idea of the exercise you were given in walking up the steps and arriving on the 13th one showed you the level, the vibratory level that is necessary to actually create the effect of the 13th step in your reality and be a person who defines themselves in that 0-point moment in such a definitive way that whatever experience you are having now has nothing to do with that person. And when you become that person never had that experience and will simply express themselves in whatever way they define is appropriate and possible for them at that moment. But it takes becoming that vibration. You were shown the reflection of the idea of Ayako in that way because of her connection to our vibration, and also by picking up on the idea that her vibration is exactly the state of being that would work best for you, symbolically, to match to the best of your ability in your own unique way, of course, the idea of that frequency in order to be the person that will allow themselves to define themselves in the way that they prefer to. Does that make sense?
Yes. How exciting.
Yes. It is also about the understanding that many times voice is overrated. Allow yourself to learn different forms of communication, and you will find that you're actually capable of expressing yourself even more clearly than if you actually use your voice. Thus, then, you were being given the first symbolic reflection of different ways to learn how to express yourself vibrationally, energetically, through body language, through gestures, through a variety of other modalities that actually may serve you best and be far more representative and far more reflective of the kinds of communications that are actually important for you to have. By limiting the idea of your vocal quality, you have forced yourself into that watermelon seed corner where you must shoot out in a different direction. Thus, then, you must explore those other directions to find that you are far more capable of communication than you think, as long as you don't rely on the idea that your voice is the most important tool by which to accomplish that. Does that help you?
Yes, can you be more specific as to the other modalities?
No. By going through the process of the 13th step as many times as it takes, you will be shown the other modalities by arriving at that 13th step and the reflections you get therein in exactly the process you've already gone through. Keep climbing those stairs over and over again until you are shown all the modalities in that process.
Thank you very much, Bashar.
You are welcome.
Hey, Bashar, how are you?
Perfect, and you?
Good. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. And to you as well.
Thank you. Although I'm not a physical father, but I might probably have ET kids that I don't know about. I wanted to pick up where a previous caller talked about your life and.
Yes.
So, are you birthed as an infant?
In a sense, but we no longer give physical birth. We create an energy space, an energy vortex in which a spirit can simply take on and crystallize a physical body.
And then you just appear?
The body just appears.
So the body just appears.
Yes.
And then when it appears, is it small like an infant?
It is.
And then over time, does it grow
It
in size
does.
like
Like
adults?
But about what you would call age 3, they are in many ways realized enough to simply wander the world and find what interests them.
So when you grow to, your typical age is around, what, 300? When people...
Lifespan.
Yes. About 300
typical.
years old?
Though there are exceptions. There are a few individuals on our planet that are in excess of what you would call 1,000 years.
So your typical lifespan is about 300 years.
Yes.
When, as you grow older, do you
As we
age?
mature.
Okay, as you mature.
We do not, in that sense, grow older in the way that you typically mean it on your planet.
That's sort of what I'm getting at. Do you physically age and have
We will appear to
physical
mature
changes?
in some aspects, but we will not in any way, shape, or form exhibit what you call any degrees of infirmity.
That was actually my ultimate question here. So is that now due to belief?
It is
That we
due to
believe-
the idea of what we know to be true. It is beyond the level of belief.
Okay, so it's a knowing. Makes sense. So on Earth, I guess we still have the knowledge or the belief that we age, and so
Yes.
body parts hurt and things get out
Yes.
of whack and things. But you
It is
guys
the collective
are not like
consensus that you have bought into, but are learning to change. Many of you are living longer, more healthy lives. staying younger in appearance. And this is an indication that you are beginning to live more and more in the moment, and that you know you are eternal beings that don't necessarily have to express the idea of infirmity as you mature.
Okay. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So on the issue of belief, it seems like, I mean, we've talked about this before, belief is everything. Changing your beliefs
Through the
changes
physical
everything.
personality, in that sense, it creates your reality. But we have also said that knowing is more powerful, because knowing is synonymous with action.
So my question